Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and oh my gosh, do I have a treat for you today. I'm here in very beautiful Frederick, Colorado. My number is 303-562-8659. And as usual, every Monday I love to bring you a video from the inside out. So Jody, please go ahead and take her on back. We are looking at a really fantastic pre-owned 2023 Dutch Star. This just came in on Friday. So as you can imagine, if this is the condition of this coach after just literally a Saturday here at the store, you can tell how well taken care of this RV is. And it's cool. So this customer is not leaving the brand. They're just changing into a Superstar and drove all the way out from Florida to drop this off. And their new coach will be coming in sometime in the early spring. I can't wait for that to happen, but this is a really fun opportunity to talk to you about some great opportunities in the marketplace these days. There's a lot of pre-owned coaches that may be coming into the market, but it's important to talk about why you would want to buy your coach from Transwest. First and foremost, we're looking at a bath and a half model 37-foot coach. This is 37 feet, 11 inches long, and it is a short, tiny little powerhouse. It's got a 10,000-pound flat tow capacity and a 5,000-pound trailer capacity with 450 horsepower, 1,250 foot-pounds of torque, and a ton of get up and go because it's in such a small little package. So this bath and a half, let's go ahead and start with the shower. Has a 35-inch radius shower. One of the best features in here is it has the naughty husband feature where you can lock them in if they've, you know, maybe had a little too much of that Stranahan special edition until the morning time. No, I'm just kidding. Don't lock your husband into the shower. But no, it's a really nice 35-inch radius shower. And because of the cathedral ceiling that you have in the Dutch Star, you have tons and tons of headroom. And you've got this beautiful rain shower head, as well as your wand on an adjustable lever. And you've also got your emergency assist handles. This beautiful tile inlay. I love this soap dish with the little rack in front of it that keeps things from falling out while you're in motion. Also, you'll note that you have the AquaView shower system, which allows you to recycle your 105 gallons of fresh water out of the freshwater tank and back into the tank, giving you all of the hot water without having it start to fill your 75-gallon gray water tank. So that's a really clutch feature of this coach. Now, when you slide it over here to recycle, it will go ahead and start cycling that water through behind the scenes. And then when you turn it back over, it'll start to come out of the faucet head. If you're plugged into city water and you turn this on, it's important to note that you're pulling water out of a tank and filling it up with city water before it has a chance to go back in and you'll flood underneath your coach. So make sure you're only doing this when you're boondocking. Another feature which we'll talk about is this great little teak bench. If you want to wash your feet, if you want to shave your legs, or if you just want to relax while you're sitting in the shower, this is a great place to be able to sit down while you're getting ready in the morning or the afternoon. Heck, when we're camping, you can get ready whenever you feel like it. In this cabinet here, you'll find a ton of long hanging space and a ton of floor space down here. If you were to put, like, for instance, little shoe boxes down here, you could have a few stacks of, you know, things like your hiking boots, things that you may not be using as frequently, maybe some cowboy boots if you've got a rodeo or two to go to while you're out on the road. And then down below here is a great place to be able to keep all of your laundry detergent, dryer sheets, maybe an extra set of sheets, but just a ton of room in this bathroom. And I'd like to point out that this has got heated floors. So not only are the floors heated, but even this little space here is heated. So this 3-zone heated floor is so nice because it's actually allowing me to keep this coach nice and warm. And there's a few different ways to warm this coach. A standard feature on a 2023 Dutch Star, there's a lot of cool things. So first and foremost, in 2023, Freightliner redid the entire chassis. And also in 2023, Newmar redid all of their cabinetry. They also added a new system that gives you a wireless Wi-Fi connection to be able to control your coach. So this coach is chock full of all of the newest and best features that are available on the marketplace. And it's also in the new driftwood wood color, which is a pretty cool feature as well. So really pretty fantastic overall coach. And you'll notice things like this nice dark metal faucet set, your nice deep glass faucet sink, your really deep counter space here. And all of these features, of course, tie into the fact that if you are on the road, this coach came out with mom and then the couple. Mom was, able to be comfortable in here because there are actually 2 queen size beds in this RV, and then also the 2 bathrooms. But once again, just packed into that very small little floor plan, that 37 feet 11 inches. Also here you've got your Splendid stackable washer and dryer. And of course my favorite, the robe hook. And then we have the egress door. So where the egress door is super handy is when you are on the road and you are trying to get your laundry, out after your long trip and you want to just take all your bedding in and out, you just pop it out this little door here. As you can see, very big opening. But if there was an emergency, you could also pull this cover, deploy the ladder, and escape out of the back, which is super nice. Over here on the right hand side, you'll see another number of features that make this super cool. The Aquamizer light is going to be what tells you when your water's hot. Your floor heat you can set to high, medium, or low, so you can come in here in the morning and turn this on, or leave it on overnight just to keep that warm so your toesies, when you get out of bed to use the potty in the morning, aren't cold. It's already keeping that the bathroom nice and warm, but you can keep it off in the bedroom. And then you'll see one of my favorite new features is that the Dometic has a very prominent flush and fill button. So you could actually feel it on my 22 Superstar. I can't tell where the button is. A lot of times I'm kind of feeling around for it. And also you'll see there's a red light that would indicate when your black tank is full, and then a yellow light for when it's starting to get full and you're going to need to fill that tank. So all of these things are pretty fantastic. And then on top of that, this is that model that gives you that full length mirror in the bathroom. Like I said, all of these features are super clutch and really nice. And then now that I have that open, Jody, I'm going to go ahead and let you walk out so I can just show the drawer space underneath here. So 2 pretty decent sized full extension drawers here. And then once again, 2 smaller drawers. So if you want to have a place just to keep your hairbrush, ooh, a lucky penny, your toothbrush and the like, and then a great place to keep your linens. So again, one of the best features of this coach is that when you're coming into a product where there's been a cabinet change, there's been color changes, there's been a chassis change, there's been, an interior feature change that, has gone from being Wi-Fi or not having Wi-Fi to being Wi-Fi. There's so many changes that are actually on this coach, and it's only got 14,077 miles on it, and it's pre-owned. So you get that great price point as well as all of the new features. Now standard, you'll see like the smoked mirrors with a chair rail. And then down below that, you'll notice that we have this hydronic heat register. So we have a bunch of different ways to heat this coach. You've got 2 15,000 BTU air conditioners with heat pumps. You've got your 3-zone heated floor, and then you have hydronic heat. But what's really unique about this coach is this coach has standard that Oasis dual loop hydronic system, giving you that tankless hot water, giving you your hydronic heat, and then your electric in-floor heat as well. Well, the electric in-floor heat has nothing to do with the hydronic system. But this coach is really unusual in that it also has a 22-gallon propane tank. So it's got a 3-burner cooktop with an oven. I can't tell you how many people have been like, I just want a real oven. Well, guess what? In this RV, you actually have the whole kit and caboodle. Speaking of kits and caboodles, here are all your original books. And then you've got these really nice full extension drawers. I did a Dutch Star video the other day where it actually came out to here, and I thought that was really funny. And it was before they realized they needed to do this extra drawer extension. But not having things that makes you appreciate the things that you have. So if you didn't know that was something you should be really appreciative of, there you go. You should definitely be super appreciative of that. And then again, another 2 nice soft close, full extension drawers. And then here underneath you have, of course, your cabinet to keep your, this one has the Wi-Fi Denali system on it, but it does not have Starlink yet. So you could choose if you wanted to have DirecTV, if you wanted to have Dish, or if you wanted to have Starlink added to this coach. Any of those flavors would be great. And then you'll note here, I've got the Carefree awning package deployed. And a lot of these coaches will see that they have the power awnings. These are manual. One of the nice aspects of the manual awnings is that they're super, super sturdy. And then one of the features I really like about this window is that you can pop it open and have fresh air that is screened coming through this bedroom. But on top of that, we've got a really special feature that I promise you haven't seen yet. And no, it's not the 43-inch flat panel smart television or this fantastic wardrobe. What it is that window. Check that out. So we have the Carefree awning deployed, but as you can see, there is an opening window on either side of the headboard and then in place of the headboard as well. So for those of you that are looking to go camping, that want that fresh air, I guarantee you the person who special ordered this coach had all of the forest smells in mind. This is going to give you the optimum experience. First of all, having that propane on board and your hydronic heat in tandem with your electric in-floor heat. All of these things are lending you to a more camping-like experience, little less glamping, if you will, a little more camping. So for those of you that are looking to boondock and get off grid and maybe go to a few of those smaller national parks where you might not have 50 or 30 amp service, this is the coach for you, but it is the luxury edition of this coach. So I've done a few of these at Ventana. This is the first Dutch Star I've ever seen that is so camp oriented and that's so park oriented over being RV park oriented. Now underneath, I've already taken one chair out, but as you can see, you've got two chairs, and that's to go with the extendable booth. And we'll see that in a second. But also on either side, you can see that you've got a great place to plug in if you have a CPAP machine, or maybe if you just, want to keep your laptop out of sight. But nice little storage area under there on either side of the bed. And one of the major benefits of this coach is going to be that it has huge, huge tuck space. So we love the extra tuck space that you have on either side of this bed to be able to get that comforter tucked in nice and tight. And then above us, we have these beautifully carpet lined storage cabinets, and there is a 110 outlet up here as well. So you have this 110 outlet. There are grommets underneath right next to the reading lights. You also have light controls here, so if you don't have your phone sunk to the coach where you can turn your, everything on and off, you can just use that feature right there. And then here underneath in the nightstand, you'll see that there's another two 110 outlets and two USB ports. And of course, one of the things that was nice about this, they came out with this cutout at first in 2021 with the King Air, where you could run the cords through and then out of the top. And where that's really nice is you don't have to worry about unplugging them in the middle of the night. It's nice that they come in and they come out, and that they're not in a place where you could accidentally bump into it and then wake up in the morning and find out that you can't send everybody all of your cute Insta pictures. Okay, so again, new cabinetry, and I love, I call this the Star Trek effect, but this beautiful inlining and accent around the headboards, and you've got this new decorative design feature ceiling. Of course, that's where we keep all of our air vents hidden, and you can change all the register vents, our filters out yourself up here above the headboard. And then you'll also note that we still have our speakers here. You can control those right here if you want to listen to the game while you're taking a nap in the afternoon, maybe catching a little bit of a rest and relaxation. Great way you can run that right from the front of the coach. Now here again, more controls for your touch displays. These KIB panels in 2025 turn into a digital. I actually really like this backlit blue effect. This is a very easy way to be able to see exactly what you're doing without having to be on a digital panel. But if you want to be on a digital panel, especially in a coach, it's only 37 feet 11 inches, you can get right here to the middle super fast. And as you can see, I can control my water pump. I can set my autofill off or up. I know that I have 50% fresh water. I'm dumped my gray and black water tanks, so those are empty. I've got 60% of my 22-gallon propane tank filled. You can see that I've got my house and chassis batteries all nice and topped off. I am running the 8 kilowatt quiet diesel generator right now. I know you can't hear that, but that's because it's a quiet diesel generator. I can also put my TV lift up from right here, and then I can set up my auto gen start right here as well. As you can see, very short hours on this generator. I can control all 3 zones of my floor heat. I can also control the bathroom, the stool room, or the kitchen fan. So these are all those rain sensing fans, but it's very nice to be able to deploy them. So for instance, if I know that my boyfriend's in the rear office and I haven't heard the fan turn on, I can go ahead and set that to high without having to interfere with him. And then as you can see here, we have our mode here. So cool, auto, heat pump, and furnace. And then fan. So keep in mind that furnace again is going to be that Oasis dual loop Chinook system, which is running a hydronic system. So this is not an all electric coach because it's got propane on board, but it also does not have a typical propane powered furnace. So very cool to have all that. As I mentioned, this is what's changed and what's really revolutionized Newmar in 2023 moving forward. You can pair your phone to that and control what you see here on the panel. And then I really love this. If you want to turn all of your lights off, how easy is that? Or maybe you want to just go to the living room and only turn on your accent lights, right? So you've got this beautiful soft lighting coming now instead of having that really garish, super bright light. On that note though, if I want to turn everything on, just come through, go ahead and push on. And then the stool room is the only one that you have to do separately. And yes, I did say that, stool room. This is a bath and a half model. How cool is that? Super, super amazing that not only do you have a front bath, or a rear bath, you also have a front bath. So if you do have company, there's a queen size 74-inch couch up front. There's tons of storage here underneath. And then in this wall here, look at this. This is like a dream. Like you could fit all the big beach towels in there, all the bug spray, all the suntan lotion. This is just really a fantastic coach. And then what they did here is they special ordered the inset sink here. So typically you would see a vessel sink here. And I hope that this serves as a reminder for all of you that are out there RV shopping. I'm still ordering a ton of coaches. I've got a King Air coming in. I've got 2 Mountain Airs. I've got a Superstar. I love special ordering coaches. I've got a Dutch Star. Gosh, the Dutch Star is going to go out next month on the 13th. So if you're in the market for, a good deal, you can get a good deal in a special order. All you've got to do is reach out to someone like myself that will not only, sell you what I have, but also help to determine that what I have is right. And if it's not, we can pause. We can go ahead and order exactly what you're looking for to come in. So as you can see, a nice vented window here. Again, you've got fan control right here at the touch of your fingertips, and then all the brains of the operation are very easy to access. Your full breaker panel, all your wiring is nice and neat right here in the center of the coach. Easy to access and out of the way. Now, before we go over to the right, let's just take a look underneath here. The central vac system is an optional feature included on this coach. Makes it super easy to keep this RV clean, because if you look at this RV down the entire full wall slide, there is no carpet. So that is one of the things that makes a Dutch Star unique. The HWH hydraulic leveling system is been in a partnership with HWH and Newmar for about 30 plus years now. And what it does is it allows us to take this entire full wall slide and to raise it up and then have it come in. So when you see that there's a little bit of a gap in the ceiling here, keep in mind this slide is going to come all the way up and then it's going to slide in. And that's what gives you the ability to have that full tile floor all the way down the coach. And of course, having that kick panel right there next to the courtesy light is so convenient because you can sweep everything from every corner of this coach right into that kick panel. Now again, so we used to have an all electric option, but it is standard to have the Whirlpool refrigerator and freezer combination in your coach in 2023. So you get this beautiful Whirlpool refrigerator. The meat and cheese tray, I know I talk about this a lot, but just having a nice refrigerator with a lot of compartments that allows you to store a bunch of stuff is super, super handy. You've got a water dispenser with a water filter inside of the refrigerator on the door. Your locking mechanism is hidden, so you just slide that over and now everything is locked up. But that Whirlpool matches this Whirlpool. So here you go. Look at the size of this. This is such a nice 1.7 cubic foot microwave oven. And this is convection and microwave, even though you also have the Suburban 3-burner and oven combination. This is something I have a lot of people ask for. It's possible, you guys, you can do this. So if you want to have a 3-burner stove and an oven in your coach and it's important to you, let us help you get there. I'm a big fan of induction personally, but if you're not, you don't have to do what we want you to do. Now, of course, it does give you this gigantic drawer underneath. I mean, look, you could keep all your pots, all your pans so conveniently there. Also, I love these 2 small drawers that it creates where you could keep your spatulas, anything that you need for cooking, just super conveniently right there. And then you have another drawer over here to keep your scrubby brush, because of course with you know, what was new in 2023 was this beautiful farm style front stainless steel sink with the dual basin. Now keep in mind, I'm not a big dual basin fan, but in this particular iteration I think it's fantastic. A nice shallow side and a deep side with a little wall, so you've got a nice big sink area. So if you had something that had a long handle and a big pot, you could still fit that in there. And of course you've got that spray and pour. And again, all of this nice dark metal faucetry is something that came in 2023, as well as this really glorious subway tile. I love these glass tiles, they're just beautiful. And then you have an outlet here and then another outlet right here. And of course with this really big deep kitchen countertop, plenty of room to keep a toaster oven and a coffee pot, which you could store right up here. If you wanted to take this cabinet out, you could keep all of your big appliances up here. And again, this is a small coach, so all of this convenient space is really impressive. Newmar does such a good job at helping us to be able to find a place to keep, for instance, all of our spices, all of our pots and pans. And then talk about a party palace. So here we have a fireplace. This puts off some really good heat. It is super cold today. When we're pulling our slides in later on, I'm gonna go get my jacket just so we can go outside. It's so toasty in here. I've seen Jody's actually, he's shedding layers as we're filming. So it's really nice and warm in here. And of course, that fireplace puts off not only a lot of extra heat, but it gives you some great storage on either side of it. And then what a cool place to be able to put out, you know, your chips, your dip, your salsa. You know, if you want to have some friends over, you can turn these 2 chairs around. They are both full recliners. You also have your couch. This couch is a 74-inch hide-a-bed. So when you get into the Dutch Star level, we stop with a trifold. We go into the full hide-a-bed feature. And this is such a nice feature of this coach, because if you haven't seen the floor plan for this coach, you have the RV King bed, which is a 72 by 80 in the master bedroom. But then to have a full queen here with a bath and a wall that separates between the two, you can really have 2 groups of people very comfortably in this coach. And again, overall length only 37 feet 11 inches. Pretty impressive. And I know we've talked about the 75-gallon gray water tank, but we have a 55-gallon sewage tank and 105 gallons of fresh water. This is giving you, again, with that AquaHot system, Oasis system mixed with the Aquamizer system, you can really get a lot of time out of those tanks if you want to be a little bit off the beaten path. So this is a super nice coach for those of you who are really looking to go camping. Now I'm putting these on top of the table, which should be like a little kind of a preview, sneak preview to what you're going to see in that dinette area. But let's just go ahead and show this off first. And again, we had mom and daughter and son out camping with us on this trip. Such a nice group of people. I feel so blessed that they've chosen to come all the way out to Colorado to order their coach from us, but I think it's because of our reputation. Of course, they like to watch a lot of my videos. Hi guys, I know they're tuning in this morning to see this one, but there's seat belts back here as well. So if you have littles, you've got your seatbelt tracks here for 3 and then 2 in the front. So you could very easily have 5 people in this coach very comfortably. And again, it's just so nice because it's a bath and a half in this tiny, tiny little footprint. Now, some other interesting features on this coach. Most of the time we have, you know, I think it's a $5,000 option for power shades. They elected to have just the regular day and night shades. Oh, there's the night. Where's the day? Back here. So just regular hand-drawn shades. What's the benefit? I mean, I honestly don't know if I've ever heard of someone replacing motors on a new coach, but I know on some of their older coaches, we've had to replace motors. So, you know, with these MCD shades, they're not power. There's really no maintenance for them, which is pretty cool. So, as I mentioned, super, super special order coach, and very, very functional, very attractive. I love the wall sconces. The lambrequins are solid wood with this really cool tweed finish that ties in really nicely with the wallpaper. You've got 2 110 outlets and 2 USB ports, but check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and push this in. So I'll make it a little more narrow. That's as far in as it goes, right there. But as you can see, for those of you that are looking to be out on the road, we all know how nice it is. What a premium there is for storage underneath for your bigger crock pot. Again, we were talking about where to keep your taller items. You could keep your coffee pot and your toaster underneath here, because when you get to your location, you only need to take it out, you know, that one time. Or you could keep a computer monitor. That's what I said, a computer monitor. There's actually a grommet that goes here from underneath, and then you'll see underneath here, we have this adjustable shelving area, so you can put a monitor up. You could use this as an office drawer. So this buffet is super handy. Of course, not only that, you could keep your, you know, sriracha, your napkins, your flowers, your decorations all up on the top, but you also have a full-size file cabinet and 2 more drawers here underneath in this buffet. So this buffet is really designed to be a full functioning office space, as well as that extendable dinette. And that's why I had that chair out. I just wanted to show you. I can just imagine Heidi out here. She probably gets the queen seat, the one that points out to that huge window up front. But if there's 3 people dining, or even 4, I think 3 more ideally. But look at all of that room for everyone to sit around, have a nice meal together as a family while you're out on the road. I mean, it really just doesn't get any better than this. Of course, we have the beautiful Newmar clock. And then above that, you have all of this storage. So all of your water glasses, all of your coffee cups, you know, anything that you would like to keep up top for your kitchen area can be stowed right up here. Maybe you're a crafter, maybe it's your needlepoint stuff, maybe it's your paints, maybe you've got, you know, a nice easel that you put out on the lakeside or in front of your beautiful ocean view. Who knows? Maybe you're into watercolors. But all the room, all the storage here, so you can really have a nice, luxurious experience in this coach. And, you know, for those of us that are looking for a pre-owned coach, to find one that only has 14,000 miles on it is pretty standard. I know that that sounds silly. In fact, that might even be a little bit higher in terms of miles, but this is the trick. A coach that's used is so much better than a coach that has sat. So this coach has not sat. This coach has been used, which is a huge benefit to you. And it brings me to something that I wanted to, you know, just to make mention of. I'm going to go ahead and put that TV down while we're talking. When you buy a used coach private party, I have to tell you, to take this coach into inventory, I do a full chassis service. I do a generator service where I change the oil not only in the truck but also in the generator. We inspect the brakes, we inspect all of the air lines, and then we do a house service. That house service is more than $3,000, several $1,000s to have this coach inspected. So between, you know, $1,500 to $1,800 on the chassis side, $3,000 plus on the house side, that's just for your inspection. And because we do that thorough inspection, we can sell you a really attractive, very nice full extension warranty. Those warranties are provided by different levels of suppliers, but those higher end good RV warranties, which are sold on almost every RV that comes and goes from this dealership. Very few people are actually self-insuring when they buy a coach of this caliber, because if you've got a slide issue or anything like that, it's nice to know that you just have a very simple deductible. But those warranty companies require an inspection. And a lot of times when you're going through that inspection process, if you're spending several $1,000s on a coach and it doesn't make the grade, and that oil change hasn't been done, the transmission hasn't been serviced, the slides haven't been serviced, the air conditioning hasn't been serviced, because of course we're selling our coach. Why would we do all of this updated maintenance on something that we're going to give to somebody else? It leaves you holding the bag. So you really want to examine how much of a savings you're going to get by buying private party, because there's a lot of other hidden expenses that are unanticipated that come along with that type of purchase. And here at Transwest, we provide a very high level of camp ready, coach. And not only that, we're willing to let you not only go through and have a full walkthrough while you test all of the systems here with our professional technologist Marlon Bledman, who's fantastic. We have a behind the scenes support guy by the name of Bill Habercorn, who will come out but answer the phone or answer emails or text messages regarding any issues you might have. But we do all of the delivery before you actually do your paperwork. So we are so confident in the product that we deliver that when you come in to pick up your product, you do a whole walkthrough and orientation before you do your contracts. And then after you do your contracts, down here on the left-hand side, you can see we have a campground with 30 and 50 amp plugins. We will allow you to stay down there in the campground for a day, 2 days, a week, however long it takes you to learn your coach, so that you feel comfortable in the execution of using it on the road. And if there's any issues, we can bring it back into the shop and have something addressed. There's oftentimes small little nuances that would be so handy to have fixed before you depart. Those are the types of things that we can do for you here at this dealership, where when you get private party, you take it into the shop and all of a sudden you've got a $15,000 service bill, and you were really expecting that you just saved $25,000 in your purchase. So just keep that in mind. Very important, to understand that sometimes the cheap comes out expensive. Okay, so above our fireplace now you can see our beautiful opening window. Again, this is another one of those windows that pops out that has a fully screened opening. Also next to the kitchen, there's another screened opening. There's another screened opening here, so while you're driving down the road, you can have that fresh air coming into the coach. It's screened. This was added by the person who ordered the coach, so that you could have fresh air coming in while you were driving. Pretty fantastic. All of the remotes are here. As I said earlier, the fireplace is here. I do have the original MSRP, as well as all of the standard features that came with this coach. So if you're looking for a window sticker, I have all of that information. I also printed up this, I call it a tear sheet. We're on the XCR chassis, of course, by Newmar. There's a lot of cool features that are standard on a Dutch Star. So for instance, you have V-Ride as a standard feature. We've got Mobileye, we've got Drive Tech, which is going to be steering wheel controls. We've got Brake Sync, which is a compressor or a tank with compressed oxygen that allows you to be able to still brake your tow vehicle if your air brakes are to fail on your coach. So it's a separate system that's not attached to the coach lines itself. And then the ZF independent front suspension, of course, is a huge differentiation between a Dutch Star and a Ventana. So this has an independent front suspension with great wheel cut. But all of these specs are listed here. So I have that spec sheet. I've got a little bit of information on all of the different features that you'll see are available in this RV. And then there's your miles, 14,077 miles. So like I said, really pretty awesome product. Lots of information. If you like it, I would be more than happy just to drop this into a file, scan it, and send it over to you. Okay, so I think, Jody, we've come to the point in time where we should put the slides in. Let's just go over the dash for a brief moment. I'm just going to start the coach up. We have a really nice steering wheel cover right here. And I'm going to go ahead and start the engine up just for a brief second. I want to just show you this new digital dash. So as you can see, there it goes launching up. Really nice digital display. This gives you the ability to really see what's going on with your coach. There's all of your lights. As you can see, we have a TPMS system. We should have 110 pounds in the front tire. We're a little low. I thought about resetting it this morning, but I thought, you know what? It's nice because not only do you get the alert over here on the right, but you can look and see which tire it is that's low. I think that that's pretty fantastic. Now, of course, that's something that we'll address when we go through our system. But you have your gauges. You can adjust your steering effort here. This steering effort adjustment is what gives you what's called comfort drive steering. So when you're driving this coach, I'm going to go ahead and put that into drive. I was going to say into D. So here's drive. Here's reverse, right? So you can tell when I put the coach into reverse because my rear view camera comes on. As you can see, they're not predictive. If I turn my steering wheel, it doesn't change the angle, but it shows me where I can park. But when I crank my wheel all the way over to the right, for instance, and I have my brake off, you'll see it will pull all the way back into straight. And the reason that is because this coach has what's called comfort drive. And so what's so interesting about comfort drive is when I am backing up or driving anywhere in my RV, if I want to be able to have the coach go straight back, it will do so mechanically as opposed to me guessing where I'm going. So not only is comfort drive good for gale force winds while you're driving down I-80 that are giving you that big push and you're holding your steering wheel out to the right, trying to get trying to fight that crosswind, but it's also good for parking. It just makes it so easy to tag into that space that you're trying to get into and know that you're going straight. Okay, so, gosh, I could go through all of this. Fuel economy. So you've got your fuel display right here. It goes through and shows you what kind of fuel economy you have. So you can check and see this person averaged 7 miles a gallon all the way from Florida. Pretty good. Mobileye. Headway warning distance. So that means if there's someone that you're coming up on too fast, it's going to make a noise and tell you that you're approaching someone too quickly. You can turn on and off your intelligent high beams. What that means is you can leave your brights on and your lights will dim automatically. And in 2023, another huge improvement. They improved the nighttime visibility with a better, brighter headlight in the 2023 Dutch Star. The lane departure warning. This is great. You can turn this on and off if it's disabled. That's not unsurprising. It buzzes you in the butt. So if you want to get a little bit of a jolt every time you go over the lines and drive through the mountains, turn that thing on high. And then the speed limit indicator and alert system. Very important to understand. This is turned off right now. I'm going to go ahead and actually set it up for 10 miles an hour. And the reason I'll say that is because it's actually reading the speed limit side. So if you're going through a construction zone, it will actually get that speed limit off of the construction zone and tell you if you're going over that speed. And as you can see here, we still have our standard windshield wiper and turn signals here. Of course, what's really nice about the turn signals here is there's an indicator that you can see in the actual mirror itself. Can you just show the window, like the reflection of, hi Avon, Avon's in there in the video van, but you can see that there's an indicator in the mirror as well as the front of the coach. So if you're trying to turn, people know that you're coming over. Again, there's just so much. This is the new Freightliner dash system or steering wheel system that gives you the ability to answer your phone, set your cruise control, operate all of your house features, operate your radio, all from your steering column. And then one of the features that this coach does have, again, very special ordered coach, missing nothing, but having some very particular items, the 360 OmniView camera, where you've got that overhead camera system so you can even see like the cracks in the road right here. If you're trying to hit a picnic table, I promise you, you will not miss. If you want to put your Jeep on though, you can see I can point straight down and show you where that hitch is, or even get a little bit better backup. Or if I'm backing into a parking space, I can get that whole wide view. So very, very nice. Of course, when you turn your right blinker on, it'll show you your left and right side of the coach. And where that's important is if you're deciding to use your navigation, what's so nice is your navigation's still here and your camera, dedicated camera screen is over here. So you can still see where you're going. And then when you put your turn signals on, you can still see your map. So I really like that feature. It's something that, I always recommend to my clients that buy Superstars after the experience that I've had, I recommend always getting a dedicated rear view monitor installed to that new M2106 Plus chassis, because when you're trying to use your nav system and your camera takes over your screen and you don't know whether or not you're taking this left or the next one, it gets really frustrating. So I love this dash system in the Dutch Star, and of course in the Dutch Star you've got the bigger screens as well. So, you know, really clear, good visibility, great chassis, extra little benefit of this nice wrapped steering wheel cover. And then here you have your drawers to keep your wallet and your sunglasses in. Maybe you want to keep your phone right here if you're not keeping it here on this wireless charging dock. And then also automatic headlights, which is super nice. You still have your fog lamps and your parking lights as well. Here you'll see we have, oh, I guess I have to have the key in to do it. I'm not going to bother. But you got a power window right here, and then power heated exterior mirrors. So super easy to operate. On the right hand side, you'll note that we also have another wireless charging dock right there under that window. And then in front of that, you see that little desk that pops up. That went away in 2025. So if you want one, I've got a few 2024s left in inventory here. You can give me a call. I'll be happy to share all of our lists with you. Or you could get, you know, this one. Well, that would be a fantastic idea. Save a little money, get a fantastic, super nice, really clean 2023 for a little less money too. But it has that desk, because I like the desk. I think the desk is really important. It's a great place to be able to keep your, you know, iPad or whatever it is that maybe your book, maybe your sandwich, whatever it might be that you need going down the road. So I think it's kind of a bummer that they took away the desk this year, but I get it. Some people use them, some people don't. If I didn't mention it earlier, this coach has a 100-gallon fuel capacity and a 10-gallon def tank. And there you can see that full wall slide coming in. Again, that HWH hydraulic leveling system is the same hydraulic leveling system you would use to level your coach. It's also used to bring that slide up and in. Get this other slide coming in. And I think it's important to talk about, you know, this customer, when they came up with this coach, they even thought forward enough to put that cover, that Carefree awning over that bedroom window. Again, super, super custom order, really well thought out. And I think that this is one of the most important features. I wanted to show you this walking space. Because you've got the fireplace there and that nice buffet, super easy to get into this rear bathroom. Or front bathroom. And then on the note of the rear one, I said I was gonna do this earlier, and I'm gonna do it right now. Get that jacket. Because I'll tell you what, it is chilly willy as a penguin. On that note, hey guys, I know that you are used to seeing me every Monday morning. I gotta tell you, I'm going to Hawaii for about 3 weeks. So next Monday will probably be my last video until the middle of the new year. So if I don't get a chance to tell you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and thank you. I've got so many clients, I can't tell you how many calls I've had come in off of videos. It means the world to me. It's the reason I put so much time and effort into these videos. It's the thing that makes my career go round, and I have so much joy and fulfillment in helping each and every one of my fantastic clients get, you know, not only a fantastic coach that's exactly what they want, but also that experience that they can depend on being really first class. I hear a lot of horror stories. We don't get horror stories here. We have a magnificent team. The support system that the Idness family provides us is really second to none. Now, I do want to make mention, this big, beautiful window going down the road. It is so cool to be able to see the United States of America out of this big, beautiful window. One of the best features of this coach. Up here, of course, this coach has the optional, it's not optional, standard on a Dutch Star Razor antenna. Your Oasis system can run off of AC1 or AC2. That's going to be when you're plugged in, or the burner is going to run off of that 100-gallon fuel tank. And then over here, we're going to have our Girard awning. So I'll go ahead and show you that as well. Again, they have the Carefree manual awnings, but the Girard there. And then you have your awning control here for the door. I'm going to turn that light on. They also opted for the surge protector. They opted for the extra The surge protector, they opted for the extra security lights, so we'll go ahead and turn those on. Exterior step, that's on. LED lights, we'll turn that on. Oh, below slide, yeah, I'll turn that on. Oh, I guess not, because you won't be able to see it. I just closed all the slides. Nanny, nanny, boo-boo face. Some other features that we opted in for. Oh, Judy, go ahead and come out here real quick while we have a chance. There's your standard awning. This does not have the $16,000 awning option. It just has that gigantic one on its own. It's pretty awesome. I just put it out. Hopefully it'll stay out for a little bit. They usually go in during my videos because it's pretty breezy today coming in. But I wanted to show you, as you can see, the door awning and these Carefree awnings are really, really taut. They're well secured. These are going to be awnings that are going to be great in place of having this larger awning, which may or may not be able to be deployed depending on where you are. Now here you'll see we have the entry code to get into the coach, as well as the doorbell. Really nice feature there. It's nice that you have a place that's protected. If you've got someone who's coming to visit you, they can stand up here and like look in the window. If you want a camera on the outside, write to me. I'll forward it to Matt and Casey. They were just out here. I think every RV should have a Ring camera system. But right now we don't, but it's just nice. There's a place for you to hang out underneath. Here's that side view camera. Again, better, brighter headlights for 2023. Moving forward, big chrome convex mirrors. That's where that turn signal indicator is that you saw outside there, as well as on this interior light. Gigantic windshield wipers. That camera up in the front is for your OmniView camera system. So not only can you see on the left and right hand side of this coach from a downward angle, but also in front of you so you know how close to get to something. Big, beautiful Alcoa rims. These are 315s and these are 22.5s. The reason an Alcoa, rim is so important isn't just because of this beautiful high polished aluminum finish, but less reverberation, better quietness going down the road for you as a driver. You've got a dual fill 100-gallon DEF tank, and then true story, outdoor TV with a sound bar that I cannot reach. I know, shocking, right? If I put them up, Jody has to put them down. Uh-oh, there we go. So in this cabinet here, I locked I put it in drive. So when you put your coach into drive, folks, and you release the parking brake, it automatically locks all of your doors. You have a remote that you can use to open them, or you can push that unlock button, or you could use the code here. I don't remember what it is. I have it written down. So if you buy the coach from me, we've already changed the door code. I can give you that new code. But if you put it in drive, it automatically locks those doors. This is pre-wired for the outdoor refrigerator and Dometic. The client, when they bought the coach, did not get a refrigerator, so they bought their own. And when they traded it in, they took it with them. If you'd like to have one, please make sure you mention that in advance of your purchase. It does not have the 3 cubic foot Dometic refrigerator and freezer in it. Uh-oh. Oh, ha! Pegboard here. Oh, let me unlock that again. Let me see. I did something wrong. Hopefully I get that door open. If not, I'm gonna have to grab the keys. Because that's storage, man. We need to see all the storage. And I opened it earlier, so I know that there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, let me grab the keys really quick. Sorry, guys. But I'd like to show you underneath there. And it probably has to do because I yanked on it and it was still locked. God, Jody, it is so warm inside there. Do you want to go back inside? Yes. It's cold out here today, you guys. All right. There we go. Okay, so like I said, I really wanted to show this to you. This storage here is fantastic. So much room. That's the little handle that you use to pull those awnings up and down. It's the same thing I have in my Ventana. No motors to brake, super easy. You can see the back of your Oasis system from here. And then you can also see the Star foundation. So not only do you have a fantastic chassis, your foundation is really important in your RV. And what this Star foundation is doing is it's taking all this heavy weight from the slide and pushing it down towards the center of the coach with that Z-shaped rail. And where that's important is if you think about it, when you're in a race car going down the road, what are you doing? You're trying to make sure you've got everything heavy in the center of the coach. Those big semi trucks, everything's loaded in the center. Same thing goes with this chassis. Because of how it's designed and because of the Star foundation, which stands for strong, true, and robust, it's taking all that heavy weighting and putting it down towards the center, giving you a better performance. That in combination with V-Ride makes this a really nice coach to take through the mountains, especially with its small size and that 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. So cool little feature here. Nice shelf system. Great place for your top shelf booze, your Belvedere, your Patron, whatever it is that you're drinking, or you can put Tire Shine in it. We all know what I'm a fan of. Another huge storage bay here. That's the original window, so if you don't want the opening window for the passenger, we can go ahead and replace it and put that one back in. Or I guess you could just have an extra window. There's all the attachments for the central vac. Central vac location is here underneath the bedroom slide. And then there's that bedroom window, as you can see. Again, super special feature of this coach to have that exterior window on the starboard side above that king size bed. And then this is a great place just to see these LED lights that come on when you open the coach. Again, Newmar does such a great job, such a first-class RV. The emergency egress door. I have a lot of people who say I didn't even know you could get one of those, but absolutely you can. Jody, I swear it's gonna start snowing right now. And I took my hoodie off my jacket. There's your 2 chassis batteries, on-off switch for your chassis. House, of course, is inside the door. I didn't show that to you. Sorry, I'm a naughty girl. This is again 10,000 pound rating for a flat tow, 5,000 hitch rating for a trailer. And then to get in here, if you want to see the beautiful marriage of this 8.9 liter Cummins engine to the Freightliner chassis, everything there in red is going to be Cummins, everything in black is going to be Freightliner. And also there's a nice little light up here, so if you need to be able to see back here, you can see there's a dome light on the inside. And if you mention that you've watched my video, I would be more than happy to provide you with a gallon of Oasis juice. If you get too low, you don't have your 50,000 BTU heating hydronic system. Of course, one of the things that makes a Dutch Star is a side-mounted radiator in the rear. You've got a single-fill DEF station, as well as a place to keep your gravity hose. This coach does not have the optional, the optional, what do you call it, SantaCon system. So you would need to keep a gravity hose in there, or up here in the bay. There's your 50-foot power cord on a power reel, as well as a surge protector, and then access to your cable system. And then again, standard gravity dump tank in this wonderful sewage bay. As you can see, very easy to clean. It's got a nice place to keep your paper towel dispenser. It's got the whole house water filter. Just a great water bay. And then here's your Oasis. And again, this is a dual loop Chinook system. This came out in 2022. All it does is gives you 2 different directions that the 8-gallon hot hydronic fluid can go. So as opposed to having one, you have 2 heating loop supplies. And of course what that does is allows it to not have to travel as far around the coach to heat the coach, giving it that much better ability to heat your coach quickly. And there's your pass-through storage bay. And then this is where it gets really weird, Jody. We don't see this on a lot of Dutch Stars, guys. Pretty special option. 22-gallon propane tank, 6 AGM batteries. The second fill side for your 100 gallons of fuel. Nice bright side marker lights. And then here in this front bay is where we'll have the release for our 8 kilowatt quiet diesel generator. That's the exhaust fan. You can hear it running right there. Again, we're outside, man. It's pretty quiet. But underneath, one of the things I really like about the Dutch Star is that it has the hydraulic hinges, so you don't have to find the little kickstand. And then there you go. There's your big 8 kilowatt quiet diesel generator. Yeah, and it really is. It's 48 hours on the generator. 48, not 480, 48. Pretty silly. I know we talked about it earlier, but Mobileye, camera, brighter headlights, your distance-based, oh shit, you're gonna hit somebody sensor. This is stock number 5U241623. Again, 5U241623. I am KDO. I'm coming to you live from Transwest Truck Trailer RV in not so sunny but beautiful Frederick, Colorado. You can always reach me at 303-562-8659. Please let me know how I can get you out on the road and camping.